What month can ghosts attack?
What month?
Yeah.
I would say up to the end of May, but definitely not after May. After May, ghosts cannot attack unless they're superpowered, supernatural ghosts who are better than all the other ghosts you've ever encountered.
I've been working out.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. I'm a superpower ghost.
Oh my
I've been
God.
doing reps. Ghost reps.
Have you been ghost juicing?
I've been ghost juicing,
Oh my
bro.
God, because you got those ghost pecs.
I got ghost pecs. Watch me. I'm gonna do a real quick
ghost
superset.
flex.
I'm a ghost flex. I'm up at 6 o'clock ghost time.
Oh my God.
I'm doing reps.
What's your TikTok channel, Allie Spagnola?
My TikTok channel is Ghost Alley Spagnola, but I talk like DJ Khaled. Welcome to Just a Little Bit Longer June. Brian, when can a ghost attack?
Any time.
The answer was any month.
Yeah, any month. So let's dive head in on this.
Okay.
I am detecting that some people are bristly about the fact that
they missed their thing. They missed their thing.
We ain't back on Tuesday nights.
We used to deliver a thing, and by the way, we delivered that thing for over a decade.
Yes.
So we built up
most
people.
of which we got paid jack shit for.
Exactly. But we built up loyalty to people who are showing up every Tuesday. They were children. They went to school. They got married.
Some of them were adults and had children.
Some of them were adults. Like
some of them got married
and then divorced and then married again. Like there's a lot of things in the passage of time that happened. And then we stopped doing it for the first time in over a decade. We have not done it for now 2 months plus, and I think that's what's happening is people are just a little bit like hey, and also I think you want to know what I think the insidious element is.
Yeah,
Brian, you and I, not the best at keeping our promises.
Correct. We have a bad reputation when it comes to that, but also I would love to kind of deconstruct without giving any details. Can we explain some of the general reasons why I think both of us are pleased to have as I don't want to say as big a break as possible, but a sufficient break that we can.
Where are you trying to go with this, Brian?
There's a thing, and if you flip a switch and it's another thing, then that's one thing. We intend to figure out what the other thing is, so we can't flip a switch, which means we're terrified of going live.
I would not classify it as terrified.
I would say
I think we were trying to be tactical.
Yes. All right. So here's
you don't like that?
I mean, one of the three of us said, well, you do realize the moment we go live, people will expect us to be whatever it is we are when we go live.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that one of the three of us is Bryce.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's a very tactical perspective on this thing because of the broken promises thing. I mean, I was talking to somebody else who was building a studio, and I was like, hey, the first thing that you do, make sure you get as much of it done, because big stuff like this doesn't tend to move once it's down.
Well, and now we're in that curious middle space where it's like the three of us sitting here in this patio, like we all understand and we all agree with Bryce, where it's just like
I agree with Bryce.
Hit go, and that's what you are. And any way you deviate from that, frustrations await. I don't know that everybody hearing our voice right now necessarily feels the same way.
I think people, the largest contingent of people that interact with us are on the audio podcast, right? And so I think for those folks, this is like it's different, right? It doesn't have a game. It doesn't have the high wire energy of the Tuesday show, but It
or
feels
the
a lot
live
like-
element even.
Yeah, but it feels a lot like our album. So if they liked our albums or they like the happy hours, then we I think we sufficiently socialize people to know, hey, this is a good thing. And now we're expanding on that good thing. And I do think that this is more of a version, as opposed to the happy hours, that you could probably expect to be part of our universe going forward in the new thing on some level. That being said, I do think people like the Big Mac. The Big Mac was the Tuesday live show, and we are going to hopefully make very strategic changes that only make the Big Mac more a Big Mac.
You say maybe tactical.
Well, but we can be
The
terrified
tactic.
that the tactics are going to fail.
Do you think on the front lines of the at Cutter they've got a restaurant with the Tac Mac ready to go?
Not the big tack.
The big Tac.
The tack back? Yeah, I'm going to replace one of the words, one of the syllables is not going to be the rhyming one. So, MacTac, there's a good mouthfeel to
Mac-Tac Cadillac,
McTac.
Sneak attack.
Mac, sneak attack, Mac.
And also, like,
Give a dog a bone.
so people,
This old man came rolling home.
Oh my god!
Who's it? I already know.
Put a
What's
pin
up
in
with
everything
this
else.
old man? Can we
What
all-
the fuck?
hey, old
We're
man,
like,
you can't be rolling.
Yeah, right.
They see me rolling. They hating.
I
And it's
am.
the old man.
You can't be rolling on the public streets. My kids play there.
One of my earliest memories is trying to picture an old man rolling home. I'm trying to make sense of this. It's
All I can imagine is just like an old Irish town, and this dude has been drinking all night at the pub, and he's like, "See you, Seamus," and it's like, "Good eve to you."
lays down.
Like, he's down. Just rolls off.
What do you think the knick-knack paddywhack is a reference to?
Oh, that's almost certainly racist. I have no idea. That's almost
Knick-knack,
certainly some men
punch
be
an
canceled in
ethnic
21.
minority,
Yeah.
Give a dog a bone.
I mean, paddywhack, it's right there.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Okay, so how
Anyway,
do
just
we
trust us. We're cool. Like,
No.
It's cool. Just like it's not going to be hugely different, but it will be different, and you're going to love it. Just give us.
I think, all right, here, myths to
The-
dispel.
Trust us is a dangerous phrase
When you're me and Brian.
when you have a
Which is why
reputation.
I've been the one saying it for the past 2 months.
right,
Yes.
which is why
Trust me,
we would
we'll
like
be good.
you to stop speaking on our behalf when you say trust us, because we're totally bankrupt in the trust department.
Okay.
So things that you can trust.
Jesus.
You know,
I see.
FDIC.
ICU.
You can trust ICU.
You can
Yeah.
trust Discord.
You can trust,
Usually,
usually.
Okay.
it was actually down this morning.
Hello, beautiful people. It's me, Brian Brushwood. I'm here to pitch you on a little thing that you can always trust. Our egos. That's right. Our egos will always be there for us.
All right, yeah. I think the idea of the show never coming back, unfounded. So there's that, right? I just think that is the thing. Number two, something that I've heard kind of I've detected is like whenever we are talking about like, oh, changes, people are like tend to have a feeling of like, oh, now that's going to be a radically different show. Like they're trying to go, this is the mainstreamification of Night Attack or whatever. And I don't think that is under anybody's intentions.
Right.
Nothing that we are doing is radically different. I think everything that we are looking at is just things that we've done in the past,
Right?
and saying like, okay, maybe we should just bring that back. Maybe we should make it
Refining
more like we had it at a certain point. It's kind of more of a greatest hits than it is us trying to go from hardcore metal to acoustic rock.
It is worth noting that part of the discussions, I'm really sincerely like, you just give me a harsh glare if I overstep a line.
Mhm.
But I think part of it is we are pausing to consider the different languages that different platforms speak.
Yeah.
And it is a fact that YouTube speaks a different language than Twitch, speaks a different language than Twitter, that speaks a different language than TikTok, that speaks a different language from whatever.
And also from podcasts.
Yes. From audio podcasts.
Kind of, yeah.
Right. Which is the thing that we're doing right now, that somebody somewhere is upset that it's not the other things.
Sure.
Okay.
Because it's not right now. This is not that, right? And I do think that we are going to do our best now that we're here. Now that there's a regular opportunity for us to get together and bang out content,
Right.
we're going to make the best Twitch stream that we possibly can. We're going to make the best YouTube version that we possibly can. We're going to make the best audio podcast we personally can, and we're going to try to do more of it. Like that is inherent to all of this, is that we want to do more, and we have been doing more. And that, if there's one thing you can trust, is that since we have done audio stuff, we have now produced more. If you are a patron, you go on to patreon.com/Night Attack. You are getting another episode that we show up another day and do. Now, by tonnage, that might not be the same as if we did 3 hours for the Tuesday show. But in terms of us, in terms of us showing up and doing 2 hours of solid podcasting, we're on talking into the mics stuff. That is, I think, a value. That's what we want to do. We want to do more, bigger things that you have liked in the past, things that you currently like. We want to make that the thing, and I do believe we are very, 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 very close.
Okay. To quote Minions of Jackie Treehorn, when is the money, Lebowski?
It's funny. Bryce and I were actually talking.
I started recording. I was like, "Fuck!" We were supposed to talk about one thing right before we started recording.
Talk about it right before. Actually, here. Do you want to pause it?
Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Do you want to pause it and then we'll talk about it?
Okay,
and then we can come right back.
Watch this. New trick that we've never done before. Time will travel. Fuck you.
Yeah.
The secret robot
exactly.
that we're building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're ending the show.
Okay.
No. Brian has now been brought up to speed.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're going.
We're
Oh my
going.
God. You told him about
The giant.
the 5 lions that form into the
Voltron.
what?
We're talking
Voltron.
about
Supposed
5
to-
lions.
we're on
God damn it! You made me
Voltron
say
Or
it.
the
Sorry.
bending of the elements, or you're just gonna tell him everything?
Well, I will.
Ugh.
Glennis' head's in the box.
Okay, well, it's your call, Neo.
We're going to be live again on Twitch this month.
That's right.
So if you
That's
were,
not even what we agreed. That's
We have
amazing.
more,
No.
you understand where this is still recording,
I
right? There are more
understand.
sentences allowed to be said.
I understand.
Good
But
Lord.
you guys gave a specific date, and,
We're gonna-
and now both of you are refusing to
if
say
you were
it.
to imagine,
I am not one of the main hosts. He said one half of a sentence. Give us you want to say it? Say it.
if you were, no,
Oh my
here,
goodness.
I would be curious.
Here's
Hi,
a
it's
magic
me,
trick.
Man who is
Wow.
a fan of the show.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm ManFan700.
Hi, ManFan700.
ManFan700 has questions.
Go ahead,
Number
ManFan.
one,
Yeah.
why did you stop attacking the night?
Bec-
Because the night is when a lot of bad things happen, and me, what's my name?
ManFan700.
ManFan700. I got a lot of problems with the night, and I really liked how you were attacking the night. Now it seems like you can attack it any time of the day. Now I think you're the problem. I think you're the problem.
Wait, is this a question?
This is sorry. My question is. You know
What was
what?
the question?
You're right. I don't have a question.
You don't
I'll
have a
sit back
question.
down. All
I
right.
would assume that a fan of Man would know why we stopped
ManFan700.
attacking the night, because it was actually pretty clear, I think, canonically why we stopped, because we died
Yeah.
and
we
now
died.
we're ghosts.
Here's a fun.
Hi, it's
oh,
me,
he's back. God damn it. Hi,
ManFan700.
Man
We're trying to
Fan.
dismount.
I understand you guys died.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What I don't understand is why I'm still hearing you in my voice's face.
Yeah.
I would redirect
at
you to the past
random
10 minutes.
hours.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that a question?
No, my question is when are you going to go back to being alive and everything being like before times? That's my question. It's me, ManFan700. I'll take my answer off the air.
Okay,
thank you.
ManFan700 and everybody else listening. I will do a little magic trick here. Knowing Brian and I, if we told you that we were
Swear to
coming
God.
back live on a Tuesday in June, when do you think the Tuesday will be?
Hi, it's me, ManFan700.
Okay.
If I was going to guess, there's only so many Tuesdays in June. It seems to me like maybe it would be the 29th. That's just my guess. Was I right?
Tuesday
The
in June?
last Tuesday, almost the last day of the month.
Yeah, there's only
Ooh.
one more day after that. You're 100% correct,
Ah!
ManFan700.
That's right.
How
I think
many
there's 2 more days after.
Patriot
Oh,
bucks
is there?
do I get?
Nothing.
No, you get none.
Disconnected.
You're off the line.
So long. That was the end of
Fan
ManFan700.
Oh, what a run though for ManFan700.
He was a good could attack it any day.
I'm glad he was around for as long as he was.
So yeah, no, the 29th is when we're gonna do it.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of like 37 different ways, like Robo ManFan 300.
You're already doing the ManFan700 cinematic universe.
Yes, correct.
Mrs. ManFan. My name is
My father
Newt.
was ManFan700 and you killed him.
Gentle
alive.
ManFan700.
Harsh ManFan700.
Oh, that's what he was behind the scenes. That's how we get that backstory. We think ManFan700 is a real piece of work until we see what his father was like. And then you
It's
feel
eye-opening.
kind of bad for him.
Mhm.
He's ManFan700.
I cried.
Yeah.
At some point, Callie is like making $1
Why do
million
you have to make it
on
real?
At some point, my
Painting
descendants is
called ManFan700 a tribute.
A tribute. I'll carry on my father's legacy by picking up the ManFan700 mantle.
humanity has been robbed of a man fan for too long.
We can, should, and will bring back ManFan700.
You deserve ManFan700. We deserve him. America deserves him. ManFan700. Bring him back. Too bad he died.
He died. When?
When you killed him, you hung up on
I
him.
just disconnected him. I didn't die. I didn't know I was disconnecting him from life.
So he's in the wilds.
He's in the wilds.
He's in
yeah.
the wilds.
Wires, whether or not he's being perverted by robot interests. That's a weird thing for you to
He
say.
comes out
Why would
robot
you-
fan
why-
700.
Why would you say that?
Perverted by robot interests. Who knows if ManFan700 will show up on June 29th?
God, I hope
I
so.
used to be a fan of
Nobody else
man.
will.
Now I am a fan of robots.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Robot
Call me Robot
Fan700.
Fan 700.
No!
Please pick out the stop signs.
I took several Facebook quizzes to make sure. I'm sorry, but it's confirmed. I am a robot fan.
That's how he got in the wires. That's how he was in the wires in the first place, Justin.
Oh my god.
A human can't go in the wires. A robot can. That makes a lot of sense.
That was one of the parts that I really, really enjoyed about MODOK was when he watches The Wire and the audio that plays is like, are you wearing a wire? Wait, what? Are you wearing a wire? And that's the entire content of The Wire.
Of the wire. Brian, when's the last time you said the word fugly? Have you ever in your life said the word fugly?
How? I can't do it, man. I've been robbed of certain superpowers. Like the impulse was to say, "Ugh, I don't know, when was Callie born?" And then I was like, I can't say that. I can't even pretend to say that, and so I didn't.
Well, you did.
I don't
you
remember
literally
that.
did.
Hi, it's me, ManFan.
God
I'm back from the
damn it, he's
dead.
He's a man
I
again.
show up anytime Brian needs help.
What I love about that is that I didn't ask you to call your newborn daughter fugly.
Yeah, that's not how I remember
just-
He kind of. Yeah.
I just wanted to start.
Hi, longtime fan, third time interrupter, FanMan700 here. I'm just
Fan-Man?
saying.
Man.
Are you the evil twin?
Whoa. Who says there's got to be twins? I'm just saying. Brian's great, and you attacking him makes me uncomfortable. Also, could you please clarify when you're coming back live on Twitch for Tuesday nights?
June 29th. June 29th.
Sorry. I couldn't hear you. It's me, FanMan700. Maybe it's the
I
giant
would be the
fan
fan.
behind
Do you
me,
mind-
but I can't hear you.
I'm signaling you to turn it off. I'm signaling because it's hard to hear.
I'm sorry. This guy is signaling for me to jump. And
Oh
I'm
no, he's jumping.
My hands are
No.
going up and down.
He's putting his pants on backwards.
Who else is a fan of the Fan Man? Oh, it's me, Fan Man.
He's got a song.
Yeah.
Oh, the
one
Fan
day.
Man rap.
Look, here's the point: is it's gonna be a good show when we get back to business.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that there's some number of people who, for whatever reason, are unwilling to accept the prophecy of FanMan700. But all of you should open up your Bibles and lay down a sheet of loose leaf over them and begin to write the prophecy of FanMan700, which
Yeah.
is in the future of the year 2021, I think.
I think so.
There's gonna be a show.
I like how Fan
Make sure
Man
to put, like,
and
lots of
Man
O's.
Fan's voices are basically like all of Scott Sigler's impressions. He always has the same voice, and it's Man Fan 700.
They are both the gruff construction worker from Futurama.
Yes.
All right. Is now the part where I deconstruct all of your fake voices. Fucking Max Trollbot rip off of the robot.
Wow.
Fucking
That's right.
Yeah.
Bryce, who's a rip off of Bryce.
I watched him look around to see if there was anything to give him. Your chair voice is so water bottle. No.
So water bottle.
Your chair voice is so water bottle.
20% of me was expecting to hear something like that. I thought you were gonna Kaiser Soze me.
Bryce, what did you think of the second episode of Toast of London?
Oh my God.
I thought it was so bad. Now I was pretty high. So
Real-
big asterisk.
Just so I know.
Okay.
This is the one where he's about to have sex with somebody who has a leg tag. Leg tag. That's what they're called.
Oh, yeah.
An ankle.
Oh, God, that
an
episode's
ankle
great.
I
Yeah.
remember that being a plot point.
It was literally the first 2 minutes of the episode.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I remember
You hated
that
it
bit.
that quickly.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
pretty much.
Sorry. What I mean to say
no.
is that you
Here we
hated
go.
it that quickly.
Brian,
readily.
Brian, it's Bryce Fandango here.
Yes, Bryce. I can hear you.
There's a general vibe in here that I didn't like the second episode.
Okay, so would you like me to explain it to you, Bryce?
No,
With your fake made-up name?
I know Bryce is not my real name.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. My God. Justin Bloody Young.
Oh, no. I have to be Ray Burgess.
Justin Bloody Young. Why are we in the same studio together in front of Bryce, a.k.a. Castillo?
Well, Brushwood, apparently I have to do a good job. Anyway, Bryce, we're very friendly since we're going with the archetypes of the show.
I believe
yes.
that's, yeah, and I know them very well.
Let's be very professional while Brian flounders.
Well, if you two are going to bloody make
Shit,
love,
this actually does work.
yeah, right. So, episode 2 has not landed with you.
No, but I also know that there's not a lot of it, so I'll probably give it another shot at some point.
I just found it very funny because yesterday we were talking and you were like, I finally watched Toast of London and I really liked the first episode, but the second episode was fucking terrible, awful,
Yeah.
the worst. And I'm like, there's a lot of shows where I can understand people either getting it or not getting it.
Yeah.
But like, Toast of London is very specifically that one thing, and it doesn't really become anything else throughout the entire duration of the show. So the
Yeah.
idea of somebody liking this flavor and then not the identical flavor in the second episode.
First bite of white chocolate, but the second bite was human vomit. Fuck white chocolate.
For whatever reason, I was watching the second episode and it was not keeping my attention, and it felt like an entirely different show. It felt entirely different to me.
That might be that off-label weed you're smoking.
It could be. But also just like,
Hey.
I don't watch a lot of British shows to begin with, because I don't know, there's just an aesthetic thing that doesn't like click with my wavelength, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
We understand.
It does look weird. The
You
lighting
hate
looks weird on like every
Anglo-Saxons.
British show.
They have a very specific like look or in just writing style that is
In their
tough for me.
face, in the shape of their eyes.
That's not me. This is
their
Bryce
work
Fandango. This is not
ethic.
me saying this.
They look like Gallifreyans, all of them.
And I know who those are too.
Mostly because they've all been on Doctor Who. It's like every British actor's been on there.
All right, we'll get you eventually.
All right.
Unprovoked, by the way, like no one like you showed me a clip, but one of the shows that I've gotten the weaker hard sell on,
Oh, that
like
Brian
like,
hasn't sold it in the way that he normally sells his stuff.
yeah, like it's been lower key. Like I know you've been talking about it for a very long time, and I was also gone for a lot of that.
Well,
but
but
usually I get a harder push.
to
for a show.
be honest, and I've had a little bit of time. Two true facts. Number one, I've been afraid to sell you on it because I've been trying to figure out what I like about it. And I figured out what I've liked about it, and then I had to spend another week or two figuring out how to politely explain what I like about it.
Okay.
And ultimately, what I like about it is there are many, many moments in this show that capture the very real anxieties that I experience as somebody who, under pressure in the moment, has to be ushered into various situations that he may or may not be prepared for. And I mean this with the utmost affection. The folks behind the producer glass
Mhm.
are familiar to me.
Okay.
do I have to say it?
Oh, I don't know. It's a two-person
thinks-
show.
The first time we watched it, the character of Clem Fandango, who's like the hip board op for Toast, the character Toast makes his money. Actually, he's an actor, but the only time you ever really see him successfully make money is by doing voiceover stuff. So, by the way, the first thing that Brian likes the most about the show is because Matt Berry's voice delights Brian the way that like Barney delights children. Like it's just like he hears the voice and he just lights up
He
no matter
salivates.
where he is. He just can't.
Does somebody else know Matt Berry?
Like just like you just hear like, well, I'm Matt Berry and I'm doing, and Brian just starts smiling, like in the same way that like a kid at Disneyland sees Donald Duck and they're like, he's real.
Oh my God.
Like, so that's the first thing.
Two on the nose.
The second thing is that when we're watching it for the first time and there's like the backwards hat, super hip guy behind the board, Brian just goes, Bryce!
Actually, if I remember correctly, there was a setup that leads into like looking in the booth, and I was like, there are 5 Bryces. And I don't know. I suspect that says more about me than anybody else. But meanwhile, Matt Berry playing Stephen Toast is obviously like wants to perform and literally can never get it right.
I
And
mean,
I'm like,
number one.
that's my anxiety.
Number one, no matter what anybody might read into the idea that Brian sees Bryce in Clem Fandango, it is nothing compared to Brian seeing himself in the
Stephen
character of
Toast.
Stephen
Yes,
Toast.
I'm glad you put that on front street.
The
Yeah.
like a befuddled buffoon who trips his way through all these
Who
scenarios.
deep in his heart suspects that he doesn't belong at the station that he's ended up in life and all of those things. Yes.
I've got a question for it, and if I don't mean to impugn you with the question.
Yes.
But when you go into a new show like A Toast of London,
Yes.
or say Dickie, do you when you go into a new show, do you tend to like find a lot of like direct parallels to your own life? Because
No, well, I'll say this much about Toast of London is I loved it very, very much, very, very quickly, very, very hard.
and then episode 2 came around, and
It was confusing to me. Like, why do I love this so much? And it took like 3 or 4 more episodes before I realized, oh, wait, here is somebody who is genuinely a fraud, who that's the whole joke, is that he's a fraud and an awful performer.
But the idea is that acting might be such a fraud in and of
in
itself.
general might be a fraud. Correct.
That he is like, maybe he's brilliant. Like maybe he is exactly as good
Right.
as he thinks he is.
Right.
But also it's like, one of the episodes I just watched the other night was his friend is the best wind actor in London.
wind.
So basically all the roles.
Is that like an air act? Like a like air
no.
guitar?
So
People
basically
who are
all-
able to act while a fan is blowing on them.
And
like,
so, like,
for
all-
example,
pretty
at
funny.
sea
or Game of Thrones on the
Sure.
wall, like,
Yeah,
just like a big heavy, and like so his friend is the best at it, and then he gets blown away in a wind accident, and so Toast, who is widely regarded as the second best wind actor in London, winds up getting all of his jobs.
All right, you're seldom. You're
I
seldom.
almost had a spit take on that one, audience.
But
Just
that's
this close.
But that's the idea. The idea is that
like those are very funny concepts.
yes. But anyway, so
Also, you've not yet gotten to the episode where Stephen Toast gets banged on the head and falls in love with John Hamm, which is a real episode, which is amazing.
It happens to real people every day
Exactly.
on this planet, Brian. People love John Hamm. He's one of our treasures.
That's literally what they say at the beginning of the episode. This is what I love about the show, is that they flatly spell out the plot and they repeat it 4 times to make sure you're down for it. And they're like, well, you do know this about John Hamm, is that all people, male, female, and even other species, fall in love with him instantly. It's because of his charisma. and then they repeat it 5 more times, and then before you know it, he gets bonked on the head and he's in love with John Hamm.
so yeah, you're Clem Fandango. He's Stephen Toast, and I'm Ray Bloody Purchase, which says something very colorful about my wife.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't think about that.
But let's roll with it.
Yeah, sorry, you're being recast.
No, I'll be your old roommate.
Yes,
I'll be
yes.
I'll be the roommate. Yeah. Anyway, now we're just recapping Toast of London episodes from 7 years
Which,
ago.
by the way, for those of you who are afraid that the new show will be nothing but us describing old Toast of London shows, remain afraid.
Remain afraid,
Yes.
because it will likely be that.
Tonight, I am doing something I've never done before.
What's that?
I'm going to pub trivia. I'm going to bar trivia.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did you got a crew?
I was invited out by a friend
Okay.
who has a crew. They are not a serious crew, which is
Uh-oh.
good because I'm not good at trivia.
Okay, name. Here's the biggest thing.
That's
You need the
thing.
funny name.
I want to arrive with a funny name to offer if they don't already have
So
one.
I once went through a period of doing pub trivia. We had a little crew.
You were a little pup curious.
I was a little pub curious, and my favorite name that I ever heard at pub trivia, because they're always the funniest ones are the very recent, are the recent references.
Mhm.
Those are the funniest. And there was a viral video the week before of Ellen DeGeneres in her then like early days of her being a talk show host,
Yeah.
and she was crying about some tragedy that had happened with a dog, and the name of the team was Ellen's Dead Dog, and it was very funny, and I remembered it to this day. When I tell you, you have to think of your own Ellen's Dead Dog.
Dead dog. That's pretty good.
So we need to, all right.
We need
here
something
we go.
like
Let's
slightly
brainstorm.
topical.
Brainstorm.
Okay. Something. How of the moment should it be?
I mean, all right. Here, let's first things first. Are we taking
how long do you
coronavirus?
want
Are we
your-
taking
your-
coronavirus
no,
references
no, no,
off?
no. Yeah, boo, boo,
Yeah,
boo,
get them
boo.
all out.
Get them
I'm
all.
bored
Okay,
of
so we're
it
taking
in the
all
middle
out.
of it.
Okay,
Boo.
all right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all COVID shit is out.
is the mega ship ever given too old? Is the Panama Canal is that too
Too
far
old.
away? That's
Oh,
too old.
Fuck, man, what is this?
The Suez
Ancient
Canal.
Greece?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Jesus
Okay, all
Christ,
right,
that's
all right, all right.
ancient in mean territory.
Because it changed my life. The mega
The
ship,
Suez Canal?
the mega ship Evergreen. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ever given.
Hold on. There might be something there.
Stuck in my canal.
Being anal about the canal, like you're fixated on it.
Let's understand it's Pride Month, so
yeah.
Pucker,
we don't want to get too forward.
pucker pluckers.
We could do a Pride
We
Month
could do a Pride Month thing. I don't.
because you can flash your card if anybody gets cross-eyed
Yeah.
about it.
I know that I only know two of the people who are going, and they are straight. So I don't know if I myself could float an entire Pride
Do
Month.
you need to wear the hat?
I might need to wear.
You might need to wear the
Okay.
don't worry.
All right.
Ask me
all
about
right.
my
Hold-
gay.
Hold on.
I've got those two glitter hats. So yes, I do.
How am I gaying? And then it's your number below
If you
it.
can read this, the gay fell off.
Pride may appear closer than it is.
Pride.
Okay. Picture a butthole.
Whoa, jeez, that's what you wanted to clear the dance floor for?
Picture a clock.
Picture a clock.
A Glock?
The clock, not a Glock.
Click, clack.
A clock.
I don't think they passed that Texas law yet.
Imagine, like, just call yourselves the 2 o'clock wrinkle.
No, a clock wrinkle?
Yeah, the exact wrinkle that lines up to 2 o'clock on a butthole. No, am I the only one?
Are you asking if we all have the same asshole fingerprint?
I mean, as I'm saying this, I assume everybody's picturing a butthole. You're all picturing the 2 o'clock position, and now you're
Okay.
picturing a wrinkle along the 2 o'clock
guess
wrinkle.
so.
No, I don't.
No.
I'm lost on this
I don't
one.
think that the pub trivia host will want to explain that.
I like your name being that paragraph.
Yeah, if we could take the recording of this podcast and say I got a perfect name for the team. Click.
Bridges.
Got you a game, Toast.
You are the worst idea in the world. God damn it.
What about okay, now this might be fun if all of the rest of them are like, is there an allies joke? Like
Yeah.
There's-
Like,
all right, there's one.
How about
I
this
can't
for a name?
say it.
Fuck you, we're the Axis.
Well, yeah,
Axis Pride Month is not in June,
Yeah,
for sure.
Actually, that'd be a great name. What about Axis Pride? Am I right? That would be a great name.
there's no.
there's a there's a lot to read into it. You could spend the entire night just rolling it around in your mouth like a gobstopper. Like it's Pride Month. You don't get to say anything. It's Pride Month. You don't get to say anything. We don't get to say anything.
All I can say
What
is
a great shutdown. Oh my God. There needs to be Dad Month where I can do that to my daughters where I'm like, you don't get to say anything. It's Dad Month.
I've been running this AI generator in my head for the last 2 minutes, and there's nothing not offensive with puns for Axis and allies. ass is an ally doesn't work.
No.
And the F slur in allies doesn't work.
It's a good pun, though.
It's a
You can
funny pun.
Do a good pun.
It's a funny pub trivia pun, but there's nothing. Although making somebody read or hand it back to you would be worth
That
it.
actually would be fun.
Oh my God. So I had an idea and I want to spend money on what most charitably could be called performance art.
Okay.
I did have the good sense to call Andrew Heaton
Okay.
and to ask him whether or not he thought there was anything funny or insightful about this.
Okay.
But the moment that happened to me is I was riding home. I was listening to NPR because I am a good, responsible, middle-aged person.
Mhm.
And I heard that a program was sponsored by a business. And they said, owned by a woman. This business is blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, what would the opposite of that look like, right? And who would buy that ad? And then I started to get more specific.
Oh, no.
And then I was like, what if you weren't even really selling anything? What if you were just saying some shit to fuck people up?
Uh-huh.
And I called Andrew Heaton and I said, Andrew Heaton, please tell me whether or not there's anything to this, because I want to spend real money on a fake business that does not exist. And to me, everybody's doing the same thing you're doing right now. All of you.
We're all
Everybody
shaking
else.
our heads. So if you
I'm
if you
wincing
were,
ahead of time.
yeah,
Imagine if you're listening to AM radio.
He can't open his eyes. He can't even
My
look
eyes are
at us.
closed so that I can finish telling the story. Imagine you're driving along.
you should try it with your mouth.
Imagine if you're driving along, listening to AM radio, it goes to commercial break, and somebody says, hey, it's me, PM McFakin name. I'm a white, or sorry, I sell good, I sell valuable goods at reasonable prices. And then,
Okay, let him go with this, Justin. Let him ride with us.
I just love that his pitch is the same as like a merchant in an RPG. It's
My
like-
wares are very reasonable, traveler. This is a white-owned cottage.
you say white.
That's where
That's the bit he's doing, right?
That's where I'm at it. It's like, what if you hi, it's me, PM McFakin name. I sell reasonable goods at fair prices.
Traveler.
I'm a white man in a red state. If any of those words I just said affected you, maybe think about that. Bye. Like no name, no sales pitch, no nothing.
Okay.
Just like take a moment and consider whether or not you dialed into. And then I want to do one where he's just like, I've been locally owned since 20. Think
And
about
then the
it.
commercial can end right there. When you know they've been local since 20-something.
And he means 20, the year 20. He's an ancient force. HR McFakin name.
And you know what? The
This is
history
what I wanna
history of
do.
commerce has benefited the white man for so long. It makes a lot of sense.
This is the thing. And then all the identitarian politics where he's like, anyway, it's me, PM McFakin name. My daughter just came out. If that affects you, think about it.
Think about it.
Think about it.
I do like the idea of if that affects you, think about it.
It's a very capitalism way of saying, I'm sorry if that offended you.
No, wait. I mean,
this affects
to
you,
be honest,
think about it. Chipotle,
I
think
love
about
the
it.
idea of
I mean,
think about
really,
it.
to be fair, isn't anything different than everybody who's going to roll out a rainbow-colored avatar for the next month. Like, it basically is like, here's a rainbow. If that affects you, think about it.
I made a point today to look up all of the YouTube Twitter accounts, and none of them had moved to rainbow icons this year.
Oh,
Not
you
e-
think
not
that
even
that'll be,
Justin's?
Not yet. The
I mean, if there was one, I would have figured would have been gay friendly. It would have been Justin, but I guess
No,
not.
Are
the
you attacking me
official-
like I'm Ray Purchase? Are you building a toast Ray Purchase relationship
I don't know.
here?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. All right. I withdraw everything, Your Honor. I'm
Brian
sorry.
Rushford, this is Bryce Castillo.
Yes, I hear you, Bryce Castillo. I've withdrawn everything.
Okay.
But if it affects you, think about it.
Chipotle. Think about it.
That's how we
If
eventually
it
get
affects
paid.
you,
is we
think
speak
about it. Chase Bank.
we start doing the ads
If
first.
you think about it, if it affects you, think about it.
Yeah,
Raytheon.
Lockheed Martin.
Damn it.
Raytheon. I do like the idea of us like setting up the expectation of these being awesome ads, and then after the fact, actually selling out. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
How two podcasters' crazy joke turned into a multimedia empire.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Thinkaboutit.com
Well,
is
that's every
swarmed with
ad
hits.
read right now. Is like we were just two best friends
Oh,
who
God
decided
damn it.
to have a sleepover. And next thing you know, we own a copy plant.
Bryce knows that
We
that,
get this
that,
a
like
lot.
I get really upset because spoiler alert, we have a few ads that come through our
Where
business.
two best friends are a key part
Fucking
of
the moment I see that shit, I'm just like
Redline.
all
new
I
to
want to
you.
do is shout out anyway. These two cunts hate each other.
Wow.
One,
Wow, that's
one
revving up.
betrayed his wife. But those mattresses are so silky smooth.
One of them strayed beyond the bonds of a sacred marriage, floundering with every floozy about town.
Jason, we've been best friends since we're children. Know one thing we've never done? Make a mattress company. You ever thought about why? That's right, because it betrays trust. It ruins friendships. And never buy ever a mattress from two best friends from childhood.
For what it might feel like is a soft, pillowy center, but it's really filled with the tears of their families, which have been rended in half. Offer code TEARS.
Satan is purple.
Whoa. So.
I don't think they sponsor us.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. No, they don't. Wait, and this
If
is
it
all.
affects
This is
you,
all apparent.
Think about
Think
it.
about it. Ghost attack.
Anyway, I'm an evil antichrist in a red state.
ManFan700. Or is that a PM McBacon name?
I was both the whole time. Anyway, use promo code PURPLEFUCK.
It was a graveyard fuck.
All right.
Hold on, what time is it? I think we're out.
You want to know what? In case anybody was wondering whether or not we could still be a big sloppy mess during a show, then rest assured, we're still there.
Oh.
June 29th. It's coming back live on Tuesdays, and otherwise patreon.com/night attack, and you can get the Patreon episodes
Meanwhile, real quick,
at any level, although that will be changing. That's
I-
another thing that's on the to-do list, is
I just want
figuring
to show
out
a
exactly
little bit
where
of
we're going to put
support.
everything.
Everybody out there right now, BRYCAS, Brycast is the Twitter account that you should harangue to make sure he watches all of Toast of London. Thank you very much
I
to
almost-
everybody.
You know,
who's
Justin, part of me was
already
like, "Oh,
done
this
it.
is sweet."
Thank
He's
you to
giving me
everybody
like a
who's about to
plug.
do
No.
it.
He's giving me a real
Thank you
plug.
to
for
all
us.
of you guys. Mm.
Thank you guys. We love you. Bye.
Yeah, if it affects you, think about it.
Think about it.
Oh my God, he's dying.
Are you okay? He was grabbing his heart. He was literally
like
grabbing his
Sanford and
heart.
Son,
I thought he
ask
was
your
getting
grandfather.
hurt.
It's like that good of a bit of performance art, like spending real money on real airtime to just do that. Oh my God, that kills me. It's so good.
Okay.